Hi, and welcome back. I'm Danny Davis from Defense Priorities, and we have today as our guest Joey Lawrence, who has just returned from actually a pretty broad trip across the Middle East. But I'm really interested, and I think most people are, about your visit into Raqqa, which is pretty rare for Western journalists today, and we're very interested to hear what your observations have been.
There's a campaign right now called Wrath of the Euphrates. It's being led by SDF, which is Syrian Democratic Forces, and they're fighting in the countryside to isolate Raqqa from the Islamic State so that one day they can siege and hopefully take the city from ISIS.
So what's the most interesting thing that you saw, or maybe the most surprising thing that you didn't expect?
Well, I think the biggest misconception about SDF in general is that the enemies of SDF, the propagandists who are against SDF, want to brand it as an only Kurd-centric movement. But for anyone who's actually spent time with YPG, number one, you would know that there's thousands of Arabs inside YPG itself. And in SDF, all those groups that they have become partners with are all Arab groups. And there's thousands of Arabs inside SDF. And actually, there's Arabs fighting on the front line that are from Raqqa. And they're fighting for their home. And there are FSA groups, Raqqa Martyrs Brigade, Liwaswell, Raqqa, all those guys were in Raqqa, and they fought the regime, and they kicked the regime out. Then there was infighting, and they were kicked out by extremist groups, and they settled in Kurdish areas. So now they joined forces with YPG, and they're working together. But in terms of, you know, what can Washington do to support the future of Syria, I think they're going to have to give up on this idea that FSA rebels are going to overthrow the regime at this point, especially after Aleppo. It's my own perspective. I don't think that it helps any Syrian or it helps anybody for America to even really be involved militarily in these conflicts. So if they want to play an advisory role or help with some peace agreements, that's something that America could do.